a hard act to follow. Thank you, Michelle, for your wonderful sharing and your wonderful story of energy being luxury and expansive. And that's what we're here today, to expand our energy. But before we do that, I do something what I always do before any session. I do a little prayer to set the tone. So I ask now the Prime Creator, source of all light and being, to bless these people sitting here in front, that only the truth comes forth to the best and highest good for everyone involved and to the best of my capacities. All right, I came here a conscious medium, soul empath, and I made a conscious decision to incarnate and to dance my awareness down into a body to help people through their pain processes and to alleviate some of that pain. I do it in many different forms, through healing sessions or readings, or lately aligning people's work who with purpose. A lot of people spending so much time at their work, but they lost this sense of purpose and they want to just make the money to survive, like Michelle said. And that doesn't have to be that way. We can live in an aligned life. So in my 30 minutes today, I will do two things. One, I will answer some questions people sent me before this summit to answer them because it is heavily on their mind. And then the second is to remind us that we are, in fact, multidimensional beings. And as we are energetic, we can make a change right now, right today. And as we are multidimensional beings, and we, as Michelle said, we had a lot of hurt and trauma, that lingers oftentimes in our energy field. So with a tiny little meditation tonight, we can shift this and elevate to a next vibration level so that the future doesn't have to be so horrendous. And we can fix both in the direction, the past, and also the future with a energetic exercise, which I'm going to show you to do. And you don't have to be very connected to spirit abilities or anything like that. It's very easy. But let's check first on some of the questions which were sent to me for today. One of them was, how does God love us? The world is such a horrendous place, and we see so much drama in the world. How do we know that God loves us? How can we feel God's love? Well, the first answer to that is look in the mirror. He created, or she, it, Source created you. I would ask you, with each time you look in the mirror, to smile at God's creation, to smile at you and yourself. You are no accident, and that has nothing to do with taking a selfie and making yourself look good to the world. You are already looking good to the world. You're looking good to Source. Source put you onto this planet for the experience. God experienced him, her, itself through the myriads of souls, through the myriads of experiences. In the beginning, there was oneness. And then the first souls were created and emanated of that zero still point of consciousness. And then it expanded and expanded and expanded further. And my guiding ones always say, this life is like a theater play. Souls decide to come here to explore. And like an actor doesn't judge what he plays, he just plays a part for the experience of it. And so do souls. So all of you at one point or another have decided to be here. This was no punishment. This was just a chance to explore polarity. And yes, there are goodies and baddies, good experience and bad experience, but ultimately it's just like a battery has plus and minus to have a current of flow. And that's just the energy. And therefore, we have polarity to explore the absence of everything perfect and to go back to this which is perfect and whole and to explore the difference. Like Neil Donald Walsh said in this book, The Little Soul and the Sun, where the little soul asks God, I want to experience you. And God grants the wish and says, yes, you do, but you need a fellow soul to experience an aspect of me. And little soul says, very excited, yes, I want to do that. And so soul volunteered. And the little soul wanted to explore forgiveness. So soul 2 had to do something to soul 1 to forgive. And we are on a similar journey. And of course, these two souls forgot what they originally, made up to do with each other. And so it took them incarnations to get back to wholeness and oneness. However, wholeness and oneness can be achieved in this moment, not through much exercise, but through connecting with spirit. And everyone can do it. You don't have to spend years and years and years. You just have to open your heart for energy, to heighten your vibration. That sounds daunting to you? It's not. Let's just do an energetic exercise right now. I challenge you to do that. It will not take long. Close your eyes for a moment and envision a wonderful golden sun over your head. This golden sun represents your higher self, your soul energy, which is always connected to source. One ray of this golden sun flows into the top of your head, into every single cell of your brain, eyes, ears, nose, mouth, throat, and neck, into your shoulders, arms, hands, and out of your fingertips. As you think about it, it's already happening. That's how fast it goes. And the golden light flows along your spine and muscle structure in the back, into the heart and chest opening both wide, into the solar plexus to make it more radiant, into the whole digestive system, into the whole private parts, hips, legs, knees, calves, feet, and through the feet into the ground like roots, all the way down to the core center crystal it goes. The golden light floods your body. Every single cell takes from this nurturing light vibration as it needs. Heightens your vibration of every single cell. And as we're anchoring the golden light to the core center crystal of Mother Earth, golden light will continuously flow. And then let's let it flow from your heart space like a fountain into your aura, your electromagnetic field. The golden light will smooth over energy rifts and ripples, energetic holes from old hurts or energetic imprints of the past. Golden light will burn away all these low vibrational energies in your system. And with every single breath, golden light will accumulate on the outer rim of your aura. And it will be a shielding to low vibrations so that you can feel your energy space in this reality, your divine space, your divine beingness, your divine light vibration. But to energize you further, we are now envision white, silver, sparkling, diamond-esque light. White for cleansing, silver sparkles for enlivening energy, parts of you which might have been deadened by this life. And then rainbow-like, translucent, liquid energy like shimmering diamonds, coming through from the universal oneness, like God consciousness, into the top of your head too, into every single cell of your brain, eyes, ears, nose, mouth, throat, and neck again, into your shoulders, arms, hands, and fingertips, And I'm sure you will feel already some tingling in your body as these frequencies work to heighten your vibration. White, silver, sparkling diamondless light flows into the shoulders, arms, and fingertips, the spine and muscle structure in the back, the heart and chest opening both wide, solar plexus to make it more radiant, whole digestive system, private parts, hips, legs, knees, calves, feet, and through the feet into the ground like roots. Also going all the way down to the core center crystal of Mother Earth, hooking in there. And now again, you let the white, silver, sparkling diamondless light flow from your heart space into your aura, where it nicely intermingles with the gold. You don't have to really see it in your mind's eye, but you might feel it right now. This extra energy from the divine design coming down to you, reconnecting you with your divine blueprint, with that what you meant to be in the first place. And as Michelle was saying, if you do not have any aspiration or big dreams, they might come to you right now. Yes, I can be a nude right now, as your energy is going to be accelerated, as new energy comes in, as your higher self gives you ideas, as your higher self, your soul self gives you healing, as your subconscious surrenders to the light provided right now by you just opening yourself to the light you are always connected to. This is one of the exercises I use in Module 1 in my alignment with soul alignment class, or also known as Fast Track to Your Psychic Abilities. And I would encourage you to ask yourself every morning, what frequency of color do I need to feel and be my best today? And let it flow into you like we did right now. And you will see change in your life. You will feel differently. You will feel lighter as your higher self knows exactly what you need every day to feel and be your best. Explore and experiment with this energy. But right now, as promised, we go a little bit further. As Michelle said, we had a lot of hurt. And the future might not be certain or feel uncertain to many of us. We don't know what's coming oftentimes. But we can make sure that we go to the heightened path by healing our past and supporting our future. For that, I would encourage you to ask the following questions. What color frequency? And remember, the universe is made of color and sound, swinging atoms. The table, the chair, your body, everything is swinging atoms, frequency. So what color frequency do you need right now to heal your past? Maybe it's one, maybe it's many. And when you ask, you will instantly have an answer. And this answer is unique to you and your circumstance. And then we will later ask what you need for the future. But right now, bring in that frequency, what you got as answer. What color frequency or feeling do I need to heal my past from my most horrendous experiences, whatever it might be? And bring this down by saying this frequency comes from the universal oneness as a gift to me. It flows into every single cell of my brain, eyes, ears, nose, mouth, throat, and neck. This frequency flows into my shoulders, arms, hands, and out of my fingertips. It flows into my spine and muscle structure in the back, and it flows into my heart and chest, opening both wide. My heart space is widened as it flows further down into the digestive system, private parts, hips, legs, knees, calves, feet, and through the feet into the ground like roots. Further down to the core center crystals. And then it flows to the left into your past. From today to yesterday and the day before, all the way down to the time you were born. And even further down to the time you made the decision to come here onto earth into this life, to have and face these difficulties. And as you have faced them, you don't need them anymore. And your higher self is willing to renegotiate your history energetically by letting the healing frequency do the work for you. Send it out like a root of light. And all these little feeder roots, like a tree's feeder roots, will heal all these incidents you had between today and yesterday and the day before, all the way down to the time you were born and even to the time you made the decision to be here. And you might see and feel and sense this tingling sensation as your energy vibration changes even further. And let it flow. You can tie it up like a loop-de-loop in the heart of the baby in your mom's womb, that the energy of healing continuously flows through your history and existence. And now we do the same with the future. I would like you now, as the past will correct itself right now energetically, and you might feel some past memories as, yes, I remember them, but the energy imprint will be removed. So it doesn't have this terrible impact on you anymore. So now we do it with the future. Ask your higher self, what color frequency do I need to heal my future to walk already the highest possible path for my life? And whatever it might be, we bring this down now. We anchor it in the now, because now is the time of change. The power is in the now. So bring this energy frequency in, whatever color it might be, the frequency you need to counteract any kind of difficulty there, which you do not need to karmically endure. And bring it down. And I repeat the process so that it sets in your memory bank. The beautiful healing frequencies for your future flow now from the universal oneness into the top of your head, into every single cell of your brain, eyes, ears, nose, mouth, throat, neck, shoulders, arms, hands, and out of your fingertips, along the spine and muscle structure in the back, into the heart and chest opening both wide, into the solar plexus to make it more radiant, whole digestive system, private parts, hips, legs, knees, calves, feet, and through the feet into the ground like roots, all the way down to the core center crystals where we hook it in so that it continuously flow. And then you send it to your future to the right, from today to tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, and all the way down to the day you die. And further up to the point of transition, when you made your transition successfully into freedom, into back to your divine self, where you celebrate again your wholeness and oneness. But in the meantime, as all these energies flow, feel your divinity, feel God's love, feel the energy vibration, feel the love current, which is naturally yours, which you felt disengaged from all this time. But you can always reconnect with this simple exercise. And so be it, and so it is. I hope you enjoyed this little exercise. So that was one of the other questions Regina wrote to me. What's the best way to keep our vibration high amidst all the despair in the world? I hope I answered this question with the practical exercise today. And then, what is the best advice for finding an evolutionary path towards easier agreements, communication, and conflicts resolution for all communications coming forth? Christy, what you can do is utilize the same thing we just did, but call the person you have a conflict with in front of you into your mind's eye. What this is called soul to soul communication. And it's speaking about truth. So you can ask, what do you think of me? Why do we have this conflict? And you will hear an answer, not necessarily acoustically, but you will just know an answer. And then ask, what would you need as healing frequencies that we don't have this conflict anymore? And you will get an answer again. And it will come from his or her soul. And then you bring that in like we did earlier. But this time you only send it through your heart and then virtually send it to the person so that you have a balanced morphogeneric field between the two of you. It's like the matrix. We are all interconnected. And because we're working with frequencies, it's not judgmental. So you're not imprinting somebody or overriding somebody's energy in a meaningful way. You better do this or you better accept me. No, it's just a lack frequency being balanced to more harmony. And you can do the same if you have a person with a conflict with this person as well. Say, what would I need to have more peace with this person? Then bring this for you too. But this time you anchor it down into the Mother Earth core crystal, and then also send this person the energy, because oftentimes we have conflict with a key lock principle. We oftentimes don't like in the other person what we don't like in ourselves. And that said, another way, somebody was asking me about how to maintain peace in one's daily life. The biggest thing, and is controversial, between polarities, the goodies, the good people, the good circumstances, the bad circumstances, is not to judge. Remember, as an actor, like the soul actor in the theater play of life, as my guiding ones always said, you agree to certain things. Certain things were destined for you to explore, as past lives might have given you a difficult time and now you're on top, or you have, you know, being on top and now you have to be on the bottom. Like, if you want to be a famous doctor, you sometimes have to be a patient because a famous doctor needs a lot of patience. Or to make an extreme example, if you want to explore how it is to be a killer, you have to be killed several times. There's always balance in the universe. So why struggle with it? Why judge yourself? Why judge another? If you do not judge anything, anyone, and also not yourself, you will slowly and steadily climb the pyramid, because you will step out of your polarity and you will go into oneness and you will opt in to your soul awareness level. That means you will act and be from this soul spark which animates this body. And the soul spark and the heart space are connected. So the less you judge yourself and others, the more you open yourself up to God's love. And the exercise we just did, you will feel this love more steadily flowing in your life. And yes, like Michelle said, inspired to big dreams. You're meant to live a glorious life, not in misery. Energy can counteract any misery. And yes, there is a little bit mindset in there because we're telling ourselves stories. And so I want to give you another exercise. Find out about what your belief structures say. The two words, always and never ever, lead you to your subconscious beliefs. Always this happened to me. Never ever can I have that. That's your story. And then change it into from now on, I allow. From now on, I give myself permission. That's the first step. And then you can even go further and explore why you're telling yourself the story. I don't have money because. I don't have a husband because. I cannot be healthy because. That's your storyline. That's your history. That's your belief structures. And then try the opposite. Involve your higher self and say, I have money because. And let your higher self fill in the blanks. Or I have a partner and I love my partner because. And let your higher self fill in the blanks. And so on and so forth. Whatever ails you at this moment, try this exercise out and you might be surprised what answers your higher self gives you. That you can have it because. Whether it's finances or anything else, your higher self knows the answer as it's always connected to source. You're never really disconnected. Okay, now in the last few moments, I'm happy to take some questions in case somebody has a question. Just type it in the chat box. I think I can see it, and I'm happy to answer in the remaining moments. I hope you enjoyed the energy demonstration, and I hope you're still vibrating. Let me see whether I can see any of the questions here. Okay. Can you decide not to incarnate? Very good question. Yes, you can decide not to incarnate. The problem is, as you have might made some decisions about what you would like to explore at one time, you would have to encounter the other to balance your account. Yeah, you can only go back to oneness when your account is like zero. So that's why I'm saying do not judge what comes. Just inspire to the highest, work with the energy, align yourself with your soul frequency, and you will always go to the highest path. But yes, if you decide not to incarnate later, you can help others. Let's say you have a theme about anger issues and you didn't master that in this lifetime, but you were supposed to master it. It can happen that on the other side, I'm also a medium, by the way, and that's what Spirit told me, or crossed over loved ones told me. You can help others who, let's say, then have anger issues here, help them overcome them, as, for example, a guide. That is possible. So you are not ever alone. And when I came here onto this earth, my guiding ones said, if you want to help people down there, who would you like to be? Male, female, skin tone light, dark, where you want to incarnate. You probably realize that I have a heavy accent. I'm German, so I decided for Germany and so on. So you have part of the decision-making process. So this is not a punishment. So go through your life with more joy if you can. Let me see. Oops, my time's up. My offer for today is to have sessions at a discount. I'm sure Dee will put out the discount codes somewhere, maybe in the replay. If you're interested to have your personal session, I also have tons of classes. And on YouTube, a free guided meditation circle, like Divine Light Healing Circle. So you can follow on Wednesdays live, or you can also listen to the ones we recorded. Anyway, it was my pleasure to meet you all and to be in your wonderful presence. You and I are one in the divine. Thank you so very much for listening.